Hard times. They break the weak, but they forge the strong. Life doesn't hand out strength like a free gift. It tests you, rips you apart, throws every damn obstacle in your path until you're standing on the edge, barely hanging on. But here's the thing. It's in those moments, in that fire, where real power is born. Hard times don't just happen to you, they build you, mold you into someone unbreakable. Someone who doesn't just survive but dominates. People complain about tough times like there's some cosmic mistake, something unfair. But the truth is, the struggle is necessary. It's nature's way of separating those who are soft from those who are relentless, those who whine from those who rise. Hard times are the proving ground where men stop being victims and start becoming warriors. So when you're facing the darkest days, the kind that keep you awake at night, remember that it's all a part of your training. These moments are forging you into someone who can face anything. Weakness doesn't survive hardship. It crumbles under the pressure, falls apart at the first sign of struggle. But strength, real strength, steps up. Strength knows that every hit it takes is just another lesson, another layer of resilience, another tool to wield in the face of whatever life throws next. And make no mistake, hard times don't leave anyone unscarred. They cut deep. They change you, make you question everything you thought you knew about yourself. But that's how hard men are made. It's easy to be soft when life is smooth. When everything's going your way, when the road is clear and there's no storm on the horizon. But that softness doesn't last. It fades the moment the real challenges hit. Look around. Most people are terrified of discomfort, of pain, of any kind of struggle. They spend their lives running from hardship, hiding from anything that could push them, that could demand they give more than they're used to giving. And that's why so many of them stay soft, forever weak, forever afraid of the fire that could make them stronger. But you've been through it. You know what it feels like to be down, to struggle, to claw your way back up from the depths. You've seen what it takes, the cost of resilience. And because of that, you're different. You're not afraid of the hard times because you've learned to embrace them, to see them for what they are. A refining fire, a gift in disguise, brutal and unforgiving, but honest. Because when you've been through hell, you know that you've got something most people will never have, the strength to survive and the will to keep going, no matter what. Don't get it wrong. Hard times aren't here to make you miserable. They're here to make you powerful. They're the ultimate teacher, showing you exactly what you're made of, showing you how much you can endure. They strip away the illusions, the excuses, the comforts, until all that's left is the raw, unfiltered version of yourself, the real you. And that's where greatness begins. Not in the easy moments, but in the hardest ones, when every step feels impossible, but you take it anyway. There's a saying, smooth seas never made a skilled sailor. Life is no different. If you've never been pushed, never been tested, never been broken, then you've never truly known your own strength. And that's the tragedy for most. They avoid the hard times, try to stay safe and comfortable, and end up missing out on their own potential. They never see the power they could wield, the strength that's buried inside them, because they're too scared to face the pain that would bring it out. But you're different. You've walked through the storms, stood in the face of the fire, and you've come out the other side. You didn't just survive, you evolved. You learned the lessons that only hardship can teach, and you wear those lessons like armor, a shield against anything that might come next. You're not the same person you were before. You're harder, sharper, more dangerous, and that's exactly how it's supposed to be. Because only those who have been through the worst can stand tall and face whatever's coming. Hard times aren't there to break you. They're there to make you ruthless, to push you beyond the limits you thought you had. They teach you how to rely on yourself, how to handle your own battles without expecting anyone else to fight them for you. They force you to grow, to adapt, to find strength you didn't know you had. And when you've faced enough hard times, you become the kind of person who doesn't just survive in a world that's out to crush you. You thrive in it. You dominate. Remember this: hard times don't create the weak, they reveal them. And for those who have the courage to endure, they create something rare, something unstoppable. They create men who don't back down, who don't need approval, who don't waste time on complaints or excuses. They create the kind of men who can take a hit, who can keep going when others would fall. And that kind of strength, it's a gift only the hard times can give. So the next time life throws you into the depths, remember that you're in training. Remember that every struggle, every challenge, every pain is another step in becoming someone who can face anything. You're not here to be soft, to be fragile. You're here to become relentless, to rise above the weakness that holds so many back. And that's a power few people will ever understand, a power that can only be earned in the hardest of times. They'll look at you and wonder how you do it, how you keep going when things get brutal, when life feels like it's set against you. And they won't understand that it's the hardship itself that fuels you. Because hard times don't scare you anymore. They empower you. They remind you that you're not like the rest. You're stronger, tougher, harder, and that's something no one can take away from you. In the end, the hard times are what separate those who crumble from those who conquer. They're what give you the edge, the drive, the strength to push through anything that comes your way. And when it's all said and done, when you look back, you'll realize that every hardship, every struggle, every painful moment was building you into someone no one can break. That's the gift of hard times. That's the power of being truly unbreakably hard. You don't just survive, you dominate, you thrive. Because you face the worst and come out stronger.